All right. So what is happening, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of JustJuice Podcast. I've got the one and only my co-host with me.
Kim, Wagwan, it's
All right.
me.
Listen, this episode right here is gonna get quite deep. It's gonna get quite personal. So this episode is about me and Kim. So you're gonna get to know us a lot better on a very very personal basis. Like we're probably gonna talk about things like that no one knows about. We'll
Yeah.
try. I don't want to say too much. Just put it that way. I'm not gonna say too much.
No, we're gonna say a lot.
Yeah, I'll say a lot. I'll say a lot, but not too much. If you know what I mean, because I don't want too. I don't want. I'll only tell you what I want you to know.
Okay, cool.
But
All
I'll
right.
give you a lot.
Got you. Okay, yeah. And the whole point is for you guys to get to know us a little bit more because who the hell are we, right? So I have a couple questions lined up. More specifically, I have 28 questions lined up. I'm going to fire them at Karen first, and then Karen's going to fire them back at me. And then hopefully you'll get to know us just a little bit more. So, first question.
Oh, go on.
What title would you give this chat? Oh, by the way, these questions are all from We Are Not Really Strangers, which is a great page on Instagram if you want to follow it. They sell these games that basically just teach you how to get to know yourself and your people around you. So check it out. First question. What title would you give this chapter in your life?
This chapter in my life right now, I'll say, evolving.
Okay, why?
Just like a lot has happened in the last few years. In terms of like, it's been a bit of a roller coaster. I can't lie. I've had a lot of blessings, a lot of lessons as well, but those lessons have just taught me to excel even further than what I have already. I always have something in my mind where I say I want to push past my limits, and then once I do push past them limits, that's when I feel like I evolve further in my life. Like certain things happen, I do certain things. I guess it's just the way it works. So right now I feel like I'm evolving. That's what I would say.
I like that. That's very transformational.
I'm evolving. Yeah, it's basically my transformation stage. Like it started a few years ago. It was going, like I said, like as a roller coaster. Then obviously what goes up must come down. So,
what was the drop? Why did it stop?
It's funny you say that because I had this conversation with someone one time, and then I said to them that I blame women, but at the time I don't know what I said. So basically I said to him, I was like, because at the time I was probably in the best shape of my life. I was a week, like I was supposed to have a fight back in 2022. I think everyone knew it got cancelled and whatnot. At that point after that, I was so gutted that my fight got cancelled, and like I was so clean for 6 months. Like I ate clean. I was in the gym, twice a day sometimes. Like majority 3 times a week I'd be in the gym twice a day. Boxing. I was in camp as well. At the same time, I had my brother's wedding going on, so I didn't drink. I didn't do anything.
You didn't drink?
I did not
like
drink.
during your brother's wedding?
Nah. So okay, I did that at the reception,
Okay.
but that was the
Standard,
day.
like
It was the day that was the day after. The day before I found out that my fight got cancelled. So the day before my brother's wedding, I found out that it got cancelled, and I kind of was like, you know what? Fuck it, it's my brother's wedding. I'm gonna get smashed in there. So of course I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I drank on my brother's wedding. Then Christmas time came. I wanted a break in it from all the training and stuff like that. Like I used to come home with black eyes, like my lip would be cut, and the blood coming out my nose and shit like that. And like I think I tore my tissue in my hand 3 times.
Yeah.
In my right hand, so I was even injured like while I was training, and like I said to you before, I was trying to push my limits. So I was like, I can't give up. I was like, if my hand's broken, fuck it, I don't care. Like I can still punch.
Yeah.
If I can still punch, I can still fight.
Right.
Obviously I learned the hard way. My hand was really bad after like probably at December time. I was feeling it because I took a break from the training. I was feeling it. It caught up on me, and then I was like, you know what? I need to rest. I got it looked at. They said, look, you need to rest it for at least 4 months for the tissue to repair. So I was like, shit. I'm not gonna box for 4 months now. So then
it's really hard when you jump out of things though to come back into it. Cause
exactly.
Even when you are doing things consistently, there's always that voice in the back of your mind that's like, oh, I really don't want to do this. I really don't want to go gym today, or I really don't want to get.
I think that voice kind of took over me.
Yeah.
That devil inside me took over me, and my Uber Eats account ran up. I started dating again. I was just going out eating food, like going to restaurants, like holidays and all this crap, and like I just went in a different direction.
Yeah.
And then so I think like that was my drop basically.
Yeah. Now you're in your come up.
And now we're there. We're going fast pace. A lot of shit's going on right now, man.
I like that. There's real season 3 energy going on right now. Yeah, like the storylines ramping up. I like that.
Literally.
Okay. Well, I mean, mine would be season 3. That's what I think the chapter of this life is right now. Real ramping up energy. There's a lot of things that's building momentum. The storyline's getting interesting. We're about to like see where the hell the story's gonna go. And even I don't know where it's gonna go, but I'm excited. I'm waiting for each release every hour, every day.
I've got like this thing in my head. Yeah, I plan it like a movie. Yeah, it's like me like at the beginning of the film. Like I don't know how to box, and I learn how to box.
Yeah.
And then an opportunity comes my way that I'm supposed to have a fight.
It's KaranDJ.
And then something bad happens, and then it don't happen. And then like I got a reason. Then obviously I fall off. That's the middle part of the movie where you fall off. Then you have a big comeback.
Yeah.
And then boom, have
it's like
another
the hero's
fight.
journey.
So that's why I've said like four episodes ago. I said I'm gonna have 2 fights this year. I'm still not gonna do it. I am gonna do it. I am training very hard for it. Lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, looking good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. We're there.
Funny you had your guns out. You could show everyone.
Nah, not yet, man. They're not ready for that. Let me lose this bit a little bit more. Then.
Okay, next question. What insecurity of yours holds you back the most? This one's quite deep, and I can give you like a minute to think about it. I know what mine is, so I'll go first.
Yeah, you go first.
I have a big insecurity around like being embarrassed or being perceived in a way that I can't control. So I think a big thing that holds me back is that fear of judgment. People are going to say something about me that maybe I won't be able to handle. And is that going to set me back and then make me feel so uncomfortable that I can't continue doing what I'm doing? But then I kind of think about it and I'm like, do you know how much unsolicited shit people have said about me, or just stuff, people that don't know me, they've said a load of like crap. That fear, I guess, is kind of always going to be there. That insecurity is always going to be there. But then there's so many times where, like, I don't know, people kind of push through their insecurities every single day and they don't even realize it. And I think I'm just trying to like not focus on how deep that insecurity is and like take myself out of my comfort zone and evolve, as you said. So mine would be that fear of judgment. It's holding me back a little, but we're loosening the grips.
That's it. Not sick. Sorry, I mean like, it's not sick. That I mean like it's a. Oh fuck! I fucked myself up here. I meant to say like it's a type of insecurity that you can
kind of work through. You can practice through it every day.
That's what like because like when it comes to people like judging you and stuff like that, this is what I've learned over the years. I just don't give a fuck what people think about me.
Well, I kind of realized it was more like a fear of being embarrassed. And the thing is, I was in performing arts since I was like young, right? So I was really shy when I was a kid. And then when I was about 4, my parents put me into a drama club. And we went like every Saturday. And then my personality like grew exponentially. And suddenly I'm this just like really dramatic, bubbly person. But then when I did my first year of uni, it was so traumatizing that from my first year of uni when I was like 18, 19 up until about 23, 24, I was rebuilding my self-esteem. And in that, my whole uni, I was doing a degree in English and theatre studies. So by nature, I was acting as part of my studies, but I couldn't give myself fully to things because I was so embarrassed that I would do, or I was worried that I would embarrass myself or that I would do too much, which is so weird because drama like lets you do that. Theatre lets you be as,
if anything, you should do too much.
Yeah, you should. Like they want you to come at like 100 and then, you know, scale yourself back. So like what I've decided to do recently, my really good friend Lamy, she started up these improv sessions and she calls it like adult playtime, and we're trying to find a way for it to not sound dirty.
That sounds mad. I can't.
Yeah, it sounds dirty, right? It sounds so
come?
dirty. No, it's really fun, but
yeah, let me come.
It's not that kind of playtime.
No, but I want to do some improv.
Yeah, it's fun. Like you really do have to act like no one's watching you, even though you've got like a couple other people in the class. You're all doing the same shit. Like you're making really weird movements, and we did this thing where you had to like You had to pull something out of a bag. I don't know why you're laughing. Shut up.
Because I tell you why I want to come, because this just be so fucking funny just watching you lot just do random shit. You got someone in the corner just doing something mad, and you got you just trying to pull something out of a bag.
It was so weird. So we had to like act like we had a present to give everyone, right? And I didn't know what this exercise was, and I came late, so I was like, "Fucked." Was I supposed to give someone something? And then my girl was like, "Okay, hold on, let me grab it." And she like comes out, and it's like, "Oh wow!" Like we have to react to nothing. Here's nothing. We have to act like you know what
you should have done. You'd be like, "Oh, 1 second, I'll be back." You should have went to your boot, you opened it, and like pretended to grab something bare heavy and just walk in with it bare heavy. Bro, you should take me, man. I'll do funny shit like that.
No, I will. If you want to come, like we'll go.
Yeah, come.
It's really cool.
I reckon it'd be jokes.
I think it'll be fun.
We'll bring Stingray as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're avoiding now. What's your insecurity that's holding you back?
Probably fear of failure.
Okay, that's a big one.
Yeah, I have got a big fear of failure. That's why, like, I feel like there's a pressure on me, but then there's not, because no one's putting that pressure on me.
Yeah,
but
I was gonna say.
I feel the pressure on myself because I keep seeing this thing on Instagram. It says you only need one person in the family to create generational wealth.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It's just something about, like, you know, like when people say, "What's your purpose of life?" Like, I feel like one of mine is to create that generational wealth, and that's why I take the steps I do, and that I do the things I do to go that direction. And because I've got that in my head, my fear of it is failing to do that.
Right. I mean, that's a really big pressure to put on you, and I mean, what makes you think you're gonna fail?
Certain things I've done in the past, I've failed. I failed a lot of times. Like a lot. Don't get me wrong. I've been at rock bottom a lot of times, but I don't let that shit fuck on my head too much.
Well, I think you've got to think of it this way. Like, if you've been at rock bottom, you know what that's like. You've also proven you can pull yourself out of that and be where you are now. So really, it doesn't matter how many times you fail. They always tell you, like.
But my fear is going back to that stage. But that's where my strong mindset and the certain things I do in life, that it doesn't. I'm nowhere near that place at the moment. Right. So I keep myself where I want to be. Do you think at a high vibration?
Do you think that fear then is like intrusive, rational, irrational? I think mine is irrational, but I know why I feel that way.
I'll say it is kind of irrational because it's way too soon to say anything. Like, if you know what I mean, like way too soon to say anything. But it's just something that's always been in the back of my head. Yeah. It's just locked deep away in my head, and it comes back here and there, and that's it.
Yeah, it's like your inner demon on your shoulder telling you can't do it. Have you ever watched that?
But then the other one on my shoulder just turns the fuck off and it cuts.
Have you ever seen that show Big Mouth?
No.
Oh, it's not worth going into. There's like a whole bunch of animals, like monsters, that basically kind of represent like your hormones and emotions and whatever. And anxiety is like this like teeny little bee that's like all scrawny and.
Well, have you seen it?
Have you seen it? It's good.
He's there like, yeah, I know this show.
He knows it's good. It's a good show. It's a bit like fucked, but it's a good show. Yeah, that just reminded me of that, the little thing on your shoulder. Okay, I think this is a good question. Has a stranger ever changed your life?
Yeah. Like, how?
In any way?
A lot of strangers have.
Does anyone like specifically stick out to you that's like really left a big impact in your life?
Well, in like a positive way or a negative way?
Could
it be both?
It could be both.
Oof. Yeah, there is someone that's coming to my head, but I don't want to say it. That's the only person that's coming to my head.
Explain the story. It doesn't have to. You don't have to say the person.
All right. So when this person came into my life, they were a blessing in my life.
Okay.
And then towards the end of it, they weren't.
Do I know this person?
You know this person very well. Then that person became a very big lesson in my life, and that big lesson in my life changed my life. That literally turned me from a kid to a man. That literally turned me into what I am now. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. That's the. I don't want to go too much into that one, innit? I'm pretty sure that person will probably come up again some place.
Yeah, they sound pretty significant, but yeah, I don't know.
What's yours?
I guess this person wasn't really a stranger. well, yeah, a stranger in many ways, but not. I had this life coach called Ricky Gill, sensational human. Just is so good at what he does. He really taught me how to like rewire my brain. So like 2021 or 2022, I did a course with him for neurolinguistic programming. But he also coached me like before that, and he like really taught me how to connect with myself. Like there was this one session we did that just was ad hoc, so we were learning these skills and then doing them on each other. And in this session, he had me like go through some of my issues. He went through the coaching with me, and in the coaching I was like, you have to use your own real life experiences. That's what makes the course so difficult and so like vulnerable. Like you have to really expose yourself. So I was bringing in a real life experience, but then during the session he put me into a state of like, okay, now close your eyes, and you're in a subconscious state and you're using visualization, and then all of a sudden
like a sort of like a meditation basically.
Yeah, so it kind of takes you into a different brain state, different brain wave. It's almost like hypnotherapy, because really hypnotherapy is just how susceptible you are to suggestion. But it was like that. And then he was talking, and all of a sudden I couldn't see. Everything went white. My eyes were closed, but everything went white. I couldn't hear him anymore. I didn't know where I was. This was like during the session. I didn't know where I was. And all I just remember doing is just like, I can't hear you. I knew he was talking, but I was like, I don't know what you're saying. I got no idea. But I was feeling a lot. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck is this?
That's
so
mad.
He had to do a technique to get me back into like consciousness. It's like I went into like a white void. He had to send me back into like wherever we were at that point. You
basically went to a different dimension.
Swear to God. What it felt like. Swear to God.
That's crazy.
I asked him what happened afterwards, and he literally was like, yeah, your body connected with your feelings, like for the first time. And I was like, what the fuck? Bear in mind, I'm 20, I was 24 at the time. I spent 24 years of my life like never actually knowing what it feels like to connect with your feelings. And that was like a game changer for me. I used to like articulate my way through all my feelings and think that, yeah, I'm working through shit, but really I'm just talking through a lot of stuff that sometimes you're just meant to feel. So he was he's like the pivotal major arcana in my life. Like he taught me a lot of shit, and I'm always going to be grateful for him. So thank you, Ricky Gill. You're a stellar guy.
That's mad though. That's crazy.
Yeah, I would suggest life coaching to like anyone. Just go do it. Just go have someone sit there and highlight to you what you can't see, because most of the times you're kind of blinding yourself from your own hindrances, your own blessings.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
It's a drug related question.
Yeah.
Would you ever do DMT?
Yes, I would.
I really want to, you know.
DMT, ayahuasca, I would definitely want to do them both.
Yeah. Where would you do it?
I think ayahuasca, I'd want to go to Peru for sure. DMT.
No, but like, where would you want to stand when you take it? Mine's like a tropical forest.
Yeah, so like you can go to these camps in Peru that do ayahuasca. So they'll actually take you there. You go there and you're there for like 2 weeks. So they cleanse your body out with tobacco and all that kind of stuff. And then you sit in a yurt where they have like a bunch of...
What the fuck's a yurt?
Oh, it's sick. It's like an open tent, and they have a fire going on in the middle, and you sit there, you take it, and like the trip lasts like 10 or 15 minutes, but like you're basically sent into another dimension. People like throw up, people like cry, people laugh, people like, they just, just sends you.
You're basically like lying. Oh, I think I know what you're on about. You like lying down, innit?
You don't have to. I think some do, but you don't have to lie down. You can just sit, and the effects kind of take way. But I think I like the idea of respecting the plant of ayahuasca and going to like Peru, because they know what they're doing. There's shamans there who will coach you through the whole process, which is great. DMT, we before we die, we produce DMT, and our brain naturally produces DMT.
That's mad.
Yeah. So that whole saying that before you die,
you have like a
things flash before your eyes. That's the DMT in your brain being created before you die, like showing you your whole life. It's like universally seen as a thing that happens.
Do you know when the people say, "Oh, your whole life flashes before your eyes"? Yeah. Do you reckon you see it in like a quick Instagram reel, or do you relive it like you sit there, like imagine you got a big screen in front of you, literally just sitting there and you're just watching all the dumb shit that you got up to in life?
I don't know. I think part of me, I've really pondered that question quite a few times. I think, okay, if you put it this way, right? If you're about to die, I think you end up in a space that isn't in this world, but then isn't in the next. And in that space, I don't think time exists the way that we understand time now. So I think what we see or what we experience could be a lifetime of us living through the lifetime. Or I often think of it as like a show reel, like not like an Instagram reel, but like a show reel of like the next moment to the next moment, and either you relive those memories or you relive yourself in those memories. So instead of you watching it, you're in the memory, reliving the feeling of the memory. So I think it's more the latter than, I don't think you're just watching it. I think maybe I don't know, because some people, they do just describe it as your life flashes before your eyes.
That is mad though.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Do you believe in reincarnation?
Yeah.
Because you know when you're talking about that, yeah, a Disney film came to my head.
Okay.
And I've got this theory, yeah. It's just a theory, yeah. Relax. So they show the real stuff in movies and the fake in real life. That's my theory, yeah.
Okay.
So this film basically is called Afterlife, yeah. And this guy basically passes away. And when he passes away, he goes to the space, like you said. And when he goes to space, there's basically like steps that he's got to take to be able to be reincarnated and be born as something else. So in between the movie, I can't remember, like, but when I was watching it, yeah, I was like, yo, this shit's mad, you know, because like they're literally telling you.
Is it like step challenges every step, or he just has to climb up the steps?
I think like what you said, like when your life flashes before your eyes and stuff, it's like every step you take, something else comes up. Oh, I can't remember. I watched it years ago. I watched it.
Oh, is
during
it an old one?
I watched it during lockdown. It came out during lockdown.
It's called Afterlife.
Yeah, you need to watch it. You lot watch it at yard as well. If you lot see what I see, then you're a smart person.
Okay.
If you just watch it as, yeah, this is a sick Disney film, then you're still stuck in that.
Well, I do agree that a lot of like TV shows, movies, all that kind of stuff, they do kind of tell you a lot about life. But reincarnation, I believe in soul cycles. So I guess if I believe in soul cycles, then I do believe in reincarnation.
Your soul will always live.
Your soul. So there's this whole thing. I don't know if what's it called? There's a book that I read about it that I think it was called Only Love Is Real. About a guy who takes these two completely separate people who didn't know each other, takes them through regression therapy, which is where you put them under a state of hypnosis and then they enter a past life. And you basically have to recognize people in your past life and you like heal from, I don't know, they just go through like stories and stuff. There's this person that both of them keep seeing that they don't recognize. And they've got no awareness of who this person is, but they're a very significant person in those past lives. And then they're both seeing this person.
The same person.
They somehow end up, and the guy's not made the connection either, they somehow end up in the same kind of like one session after the other, and the guy like comes out and the girl's there and he like just kind of catches onto her. And it's all about the eyes, like the eyes will tell you if you know that person or not. So he catches onto her and like wants to talk to her and stuff, but she's going into her session. And then I think just by chance they were both in two different countries that had a layover in the same space, same place. They both ended up on that layover and they just so happened to be like next to each other, and they start talking and they ended up like getting married, like starting a whole life together.
I think I've seen this.
It's a really good book. And then the guy talks about like some of the parallels of the storylines that they were saying. So like he would tell his storyline of who he was in that past life, and then he would go into like what the girl's talking about, and then at the end bridges it together and it's like, oh, this person was her, this person was him, and like put them both together. So I believe your souls, the people that you meet in this lifetime, you may not experience them in the next lifetime the same way, but souls kind of like they roll in packs in a way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
Crips and Bloods.
Crips and Bloods. Yeah. I definitely believe in reincarnation. I don't know how I'd feel being reincarnated into like a rat or something.
We said that for another podcast, and let's carry on with the questions.
Okay, right. What's been your happiest memory in this past year?
What, 2024 or 2023?
Well, 2024 hasn't been that long, so I'll say 2023.
Happiest memory of last year?
Of this past year, yeah.
My cousin getting married.
Oh, do you want to tell everyone a little bit about that?
She got married, innit?
Yeah, how emotional did you get?
Huh?
How emotional did you get?
She's gonna laugh when I say this, you know, but basically, it got emotional in it because like basically, oh fuck's sake. So before I did my speech, yeah, I was a bit nervous, but as a DJ, I don't know why I was nervous. I've spoken in front of thousands of people before, but I've never done a speech.
Yeah.
I've never done a speech at a wedding before. That's the first time I've ever done one, yeah. And I was lost in it. So my two cousins went first. When he was saying what he said, it was getting to me, innit? Like it was like hair. It was like my tails were like hair, yeah. I was holding it down. I was chilling. I was like, I've got this in it. I've got this in it. And then she done hers. Then it ended up hair. And then we're like halfway through mine, it was hair. And now you can hear it in my voice that I was about to tear up in it. And I was supposed to be up at 4 a.m. In the morning, innit, of the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my cousin went to sleep at 2 a.m. I was up till 2 a.m. like trying to make a video for her. I was gonna put it on the wall. So the video was just memories of just us four, like me, my cousins in it, and like all the family and whatnot. Watching that, and then watching her, them two, like they were sitting there, big smiles on their face. She was crying, and then like I went to the side, and I was nearly there. Yeah. And then my brother-in-law, he did his speech. His little sister did a speech. Then I was like, fuck, I can't hold this in, you know. And then the cameraman, the videographer, is Sunil Productions, yeah, in Birmingham. I rate him. A big shout out to him. He is such a G, you know that. He didn't have to do this, yeah. So he was at the house the whole week, and then he was taking photos, taking videos and whatnot. And then I went to the venue before the reception just to make sure everything was good. I gave them my video, and then he was like, he's like, Karan, come here, let me show you something. He made a whole like trailer video of the whole wedding week. He's like, bro, he's like, your family are so wicked, they're so nice. He's like, I've had such a good time. He's like, brother, I put this together. He was showing it to me. I was like, look, I don't want to see it now. I want to see it with everyone else in it. That video set me off.
You know, it's so funny because I actually told your cousin that you were crying and you went, no, I didn't do that. Why are you lying?
It's probably going to be in the wedding film, but like that video set me off. Like, and then the first dance,
yeah,
that set me off as well. I was watching it, but I couldn't see because
weddings are emotional.
But
they're very emotional.
I'm gonna say something very personal right now. Like, so my brother got married the year before.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't emotional. I wasn't crying emotional, but I was happy. Like for at my brother's wedding, I was very, very happy for him. Like I was just all smiles. I was actually over the moon in it. But growing up, I didn't have a relationship with him like that, like the way I do now.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up, I didn't feel like I had a sibling like that. But then my older cousin that just got married, like she was that sibling to me.
Mm.
So seeing her get married was like, that's why it was emotional.
Look at you getting all real and vulnerable. That's so cute. I love that.
Nah, but I cried bad, man. Like I cried at most of everyone.
Yeah.
And after that, I just got fucked. I was like, yeah, fuck this. I'm just gonna get drunk.
I like that. It's a good way to spend it. I don't actually remember what my happiest memory was. I'm not gonna lie, everything kind of feels like a happy little blur. You know,
but there was nothing like specific.
What would be my happiest memory of last year? Oh, actually, moving out in the first week, waking up and looking outside the window and like hearing birds. I think I said this last time on Depression's podcast where I was like, I was crying. But
so sorry. Do you know what just came to my head? Do you remember the birds, the seagulls in Birmingham? It came basically. This shit was so. Listen, I'm so sorry, but this is gonna get funny for a sec. Yeah. So we were doing that gig for Magic Sing on Sunday. Yeah.
Mm.
And me and him were like outside, like putting the speakers and stuff. Like we were packing up and putting the stuff in the car. Yeah. And I don't know, yeah, but it just sounded like a girl was moaning. Like it sounded like a girl was it sounded like she was getting it, bro. And then, and then I was me and him were like, what the fuck is that? Is this a seagull in it? It's a seagull just like I don't even know what bird it was in it, but it was flying over us. And me and him just looked at each other and just bursted out laughing for a good 10 minutes. I'm not even gonna like imitate what the sounds like.
I really want to know.
Nah. Oh, Stingray, do it. You do it. It was literally like,
wow.
Oh my god! I was fucking dying. I was dying of laughter, man. It was so funny. Sorry. I'll carry on though.
No,
I just had to put that in there, man. I had to tell someone that.
Right, moaning seagulls. I love that. Okay. Right, so this one's like a look at Uno Reverso. Yeah. How would you describe me to a stranger?
High energy, high vibration, Easy to talk to, easy to get along with.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 I like that.
I don't say much about people.
Yeah.
I just be like, yeah, he's calm, he's good.
Yeah. Man of many words.
Yeah. But that means a lot if I say that.
Yeah.
That's me giving you approval. That means like I vouch and it's good. That's it.
Love it. I love getting people's approval. Thank you so much.
That's it.
Okay, how would I describe you? Ambitious, funny, surprising in many ways.
What do you mean?
You're not very typical.
I'm an anomaly. Fuck's sake. I always get this wrong.
Anomaly. Yeah, and talented. You're very talented.
Thank you.
Yeah. How'd you play?
Huh?
How'd you play?
When's the last time you heard me play?
On your birthday.
Oh no. You need to come Pirate Studios, man.
Yeah, I actually will one day.
Listen, we did a session on Saturday. Sick.
Yeah. Okay, can't wait for that to come out. I
It's like,
haven't heard you play live in a long time, but I just downloaded I showed you it at the Paragon Music, the live one that we did in
well, you got the whole thing?
Yeah, I found it. So I managed to get into the Paragon YouTube and then save the video. Now I have the video on
Do you know how long I've been waiting to hear like
you sounded so good, but also what was mad was I was looking at you and I was like, oh my God, he's changed so much. Like you look like such a kid in the video.
Do you know what's crazy? That first 15 minutes that's on my Instagram, I was shitting myself.
Yeah.
You can't see it, but my hands were shaking. My legs were like shaking as well. I was fucking shitting bricks. I was shitting. I can't lie.
It was a nerve-wracking day though. Like we were doing something really different. We didn't have like a wall and lighting to hide behind. It was just
literally
you.
It's just the focus. The main focus is on you.
Yeah.
And in the first 15 minutes of my set, I did like a Punjabi set, and over the years, I've learned that as like doing like hundreds of weddings and stuff like that, playing the same songs over and over again. Like I can do that side, yes, but I found out recently that my forte is hip hop, more English hip hop, R&B. Like that's where I strive.
To be fair, when I was watching this set again, you had your whole UKG set, and that whole bit was like it was popping.
Exactly,
you were so good at that.
That's the bits I wanted to see, because that's when I was like, hey, I'm gonna send it now. Like that was my forte of music.
Yeah,
like that's why I like playing more English music than Punjabi. But yeah, so on Saturday we did something different.
Yeah,
like people go Pirate Studios, they record their sets and whatnot. I was like, you know what? I was like, I've not seen anyone go in there with like someone that can spit bars, like someone that can just rap over instrumentals like non-stop. And then shout out H1 from Birmingham, man. Big belly. So my cousin, his one of his.
Was he the one who was at your?
Yeah, he was the one on my birthday.
Him, yeah,
the one on my birthday, one that was on the mic on my birthday. Him. So I was like, bro, I'm coming Birmingham. We're gonna go to the studio. We're just gonna have a bit of fun.
Yeah.
It was sick.
Yeah.
Honestly, he
was good on your
good.
birthday.
You'll see it on the gram.
Yeah.
You'll see it on the gram.
Okay, cool. What lesson took you the longest to unlearn? So like, we have loads of conditioning in life, right? You're raised that, I don't know, you eat a certain type of food, you go to bed a certain type of time, you have a certain type of mentality, whatever. And obviously as you're growing older, I think the key into creating yourself as an adult is learning to unlearn the things that no longer serve you or just not a part of you, and taking what someone else has given you and turning it into your own. So like what I've learned to unlearn is I'm still learning it now, but like the fear of judgment, like which is really funny because my background and like my family and everything like that. They like, you wouldn't think that any of them would be afraid of kind of being themselves or putting themselves out there, because they were always like kind of in front facing positions. But I got a lot of fear like from my family. It's like, oh, afraid that this person's gonna say this or that person's gonna make you feel this way, and they're gonna and I think one thing that I found the most is that like the reason why our family felt so much fear is because no one in our family really backed each other. So like if someone was getting not even criticized, but just someone made a comment or whatever, it wasn't backed with a well, they know what they're doing, or we'll allow them, well, this is just who they are, or nothing like that. It was always like more pressure was put on feeling accepted by those other people than you allowing your family or yourself to be accepted with what you think. So I've been learning to unlearn I've been unlearning putting other people's opinions in a higher value than my own. And unlearning, like trying to fit in with people? Because
I can't lie, I'm still confused by that question, you know.
Learning to unlearn.
What am I learning?
It's like
learning
if you've been taught to be racist, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh wow, actually I love people. I'm not racist anymore. Got to unlearn that. My dad taught me that, or my mum taught me that.
Can I say like I loved alcohol, but then I don't love it no more?
If that's your, if that's your answer, yeah.
Because that's the only thing I can think of.
Well, like, you were taught to love alcohol.
Yeah, bruv. You know my background, bruv.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I started drinking when I was 12.
Really?
Yeah, sessioning, bro. South Park. South Park session. Like
I wasn't part of
even during my lessons in that high school, we used to session as well. We used to put it in the Lucasade sport bottle. You know the one where you squeeze it, it goes.
Yeah.
That one. I used to have E&J.
Wait, so you used to just drink at school and then what? Like, did anyone catch you? Like,
nah, I got caught on my last day though.
Raw.
I got caught on my last day. So basically the story about my last day of school now, yeah, it's crazy because it wasn't my fault.
Okay.
But what I did the day before was my fault. Mm-hmm. So basically, it was the last day of school. Now we were gassed in it. Everyone in the year was gassed. So I was with my best mate at the time, and he was like, "Oh, do you know what'd be funny? Like, we should just write our school and then the year like 07 to 12." I was like, "Go on, then write on the wall." So as we're walking around the school now, we've written it in a lot of places, isn't it? And it was written a lot, like in a lot of places, like it was everywhere, innit? And there's only one camera in the school. And I used to wear the same jacket to school every day. So there's one camera caught a glimpse of like the side of my jacket, the Adidas stripes. So then the next morning when I went to school, so prior to going to school, all the boys linked up, done like 5-6 bottles of whatever we did.
Who was getting you guys these bottles?
I'm not gonna say who. I'm not gonna say who, but listen, the boss man patterned it, innit?
Right.
So we've done that now. Gone to school. I'm fucking licked. I'm liquored. Yeah. I'm sitting in my form, just chilling. I see the head teacher come. They're like, "Yeah, can we speak to you?" I was like, "Yeah, go on." I thought they were gonna kick me out because I was drunk, and they showed me the CCTV footage of me writing on the wall and stuff like that. They're like, "Yeah, like we're gonna exclude you for the rest of the day." I was like, "How are you gonna do that? It's my last day." I was like, "Bro, I want to get my T-shirt signed and shit in it." And I got kicked out. But the head teacher had my mum on speed dial because I was a problem child, innit? So I rang my mum. I was like, "Mum, can you speak to him and get them to let me back in?" Somehow she did it. Yeah, I've walked into the reception now, like chilling. I was like, "Yeah, safe. I'm back in the bus case." And then the head teacher comes back to me again. He's got a bottle of JD in his hand. He's like, "Oh, this is yours." I was like, "Well, I was like, fuck, that's not mine." I was like, "That's not mine, bro." And then like I got kicked out again because of that. I was trying to fight my case. I was like, "Look, it's not mine." They weren't having it, so the police officer had to escort me out.
You're a police officer as well?
Yeah, PC Coopy, bro. She's a bitch. I'll tell you what she did after, yeah. So she's kicked me out now, and then there's a girl that I knew at the time. She was outside, and I was like, "What did you get kicked out for?" She's like, for the JD bottle." I was like, "Hold on." She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "The JD bottle was in my bag, and these lot told me that you already got kicked out of school, so I said it was yours." And I was like, "Why the fuck did you do that?" I was like, "You got kicked out anyway." I was like, "You literally got kicked out anyway. Why are you gonna blame it on me for?" I was so vexed. I was shouting. I was fucking very angry. Yeah. Then her dad came and picked her up, and then they cut. Then I was like, "What do I do now?" So I just went home. I went home. I was like, "I'm gonna go back at 3:30. Like when everyone's finished, I'm gonna get my T-shirt signed." So I've gone back now. I'm still in my uniform. I was like, "Yeah," I want to get my T-shirt signed. And then the police officer standing at the gate, and she said, "If you step foot in this school, I'm gonna have to arrest you." What do you think I did? I fucking just walked in and started getting my T-shirt signed and stuff like that. And then eventually she saw me straight away, like handcuffed me. She handcuffed me to the railing of the front of the school, and she handcuffed me to the railing of the front. Bro, I was Nonga.
What the fuck?
So yeah, she handcuffed me to the railing, and then eventually I plead my case, and she let me off. And then
what did you say?
I don't remember.
"Please, Mr. Officer, I'm innocent. I promise."
I don't remember what I was saying. I don't know. I think I was just screaming rape or something. I don't know what I was doing. And then yeah, that was my last day of school. Then we went Park Royal Cinema, and then we watched High School Musical free.
That seemed to be like everyone's end of year thing for your generation. I don't know.
We sat in the front row. Everyone had a bottle of A&J each, drinking popcorn. It was sick.
Okay, so at what point did you unlearn that you liked alcohol?
Probably like when I was doing my transformation phase.
Yeah.
I was just like, I just sat there one day. I was like, why am I drinking this? I was like, why am I drinking this? A, it makes you feel like shit when you're drunk. It's not a good experience at all. Like, I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
I don't know, if you're drunk on tequila, it's a lot of fun.
Nah, I just don't find it fun. I just don't find it fun at all, because then you end up blacking out, you end up whiting, like, you end up yakking up.
The thing is, I think there's a difference between boys getting drunk and girls getting drunk, because like I can go for like 5, 6, 7 drinks of tequila lemonade, and like I'll be Sydney the next day. I'll be great the next day.
Tequila lemonade.
Because you know what tequila is, yeah? Lesson time, kids. Tequila is a pro and a prebiotic. So when you drink it, especially good tequila, not that fucking Sierra shit with the sombrero, good tequila.
Or the Emmanuel hat.
Emmanuel. Yeah, that bottle was lethal. But any other one like Altos, Jose Cuervo, or the other ones, when you drink that lemonade or that in a juice or something, you get so buzzed, and it's like so nice. You're not like paralytic or messed up or anything. You still remember everything, and then the next day you feel fresh, like no hangover. I've not gotten a hangover from tequila, like, ever. Okay,
yes, I'm the opposite. Like, I wake up feeling like shit, and
I'll wake up feeling like
shit for 2 days.
I'll wake up feeling like shit if I have a dark drink, or if I have vodka. Vodka makes me a little bit like crazy, like just a little weird. Like, I start getting really risky.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just start asking people dumb questions that could like possibly cause a fight, or like, I don't know. I think at certain points
like
I was like a matchmaker. I was like going like, yo, this person likes you. I don't know if they did, but they start talking, and then like, you know, they're together. I just was doing it, and I would forget at the night, and then like the next day, I'm like recalling memories, and they're like fucking flashbacks.
That's what I mean. Like, you forget what happens the night before. You don't know what you're doing.
But that's if you're paralytic.
Yeah, but like, imagine, but you don't know what point you're gonna get to if you're gonna get paralytic.
No,
because it just happens.
if you know how to drink responsibly, properly, you don't get to the point.
Okay, so let me separate like men and women. Yeah, men, we don't drink appropriately. Like, not appropriately. What was I say? What did you just say?
Oh, I just forgot.
We do drink appropriately.
What's
it called?
Proportionate? No. Shit.
We don't think in it, but we
you just drink.
We don't measure. We'll be like, oh yeah, bro, this is my second.
No, but like, don't you feel like, oh man, I'm getting a bit too fucked up? Maybe drink some water.
Nah, but the water don't do fuck all. Like, you're still gonna get fucked. You're still gonna get fucked.
Honey,
you're still gonna get fucked. Like, even on my birthday, I drank 2 bottles. I didn't like it.
Yeah, but yeah, you did. But how much water did you drink?
Fuck all.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I had no water, but like, I still woke up the next day like, all right ish.
Yeah.
Because like 2 bottles is.
2 bottles of what? What did you have? Jameson.
I had a bottle of Henny when my cousins came.
Yeah.
I had another bottle when these lot showed up.
Yeah.
Flame. Slain. Yeah. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Oh yeah. So these lot went. Where'd you lot go? Dublin. These lot went Dublin, and they bought me a birthday present on the way back.
Cute.
It was the bottle, so I opened it on that night, innit?
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember when you said you weren't gonna drink that day?
But obviously these lot, they're bad.
Okay. Next question. What's been the best compliment a stranger has ever given you?
A stranger, like someone I don't know.
Yeah.
Strangers don't really give me compliments, bro.
Really?
Yeah. I don't really get complimented like that.
Aww.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly,
like, you've never just had a conversation with someone, they're like, oh man, you're really nice.
Oh yeah, they've said that. I thought you meant like features wise.
Features?
Like my features.
Yeah. No, like any kind of compliment.
Yeah, like, yes. But bare people just said, yeah, you're a nice guy, man. Like,
yeah,
you mean
strangers.
Like that?
Yeah, but what's the best one you've gotten?
I don't know. Huh? Cool guy, man. I don't know. I don't know who. I don't know someone specific that's someone specifically that said something to me, because I don't remember conversations like that. I barely remember our conversations, and then on WhatsApp.
No, that's so true. Yeah, I don't know why I even asked you that.
There's no point me asking me that question at all. Anything to do with memory, like certain like messages and people and conversations, like, I'm not good at that.
Wonderful. That's good to know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to
I got files corrupted in my memory.
Fucking hell. One time, where was I? I was at Mas Tiempo. You know that recent one with Skepta in December. I was there. Some guy tapped me on the shoulder, and I turned around, and he literally went, "Whoa!" And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Your eyes are so beautiful. Like, I didn't expect to see that." And I was like,
"You sure he wasn't off his nut off Molly or something?"
You sure I wasn't off my nut on Molly? No, I'm joking.
Don't do drugs.
No, he seemed pretty sober. The thing is, everyone was really nice. Like when me and my other girl go out, and my other girl, there's 3 of us, we'll call the birdies, ravers. When we go out, you know that show Nanaland? It's not, yeah, Nanaland. Have you seen it? The little green pea.
I don't watch TV. Bro.
Oh, there's like a little skit where it's like, it's okay, birdie, I'll take care of you, birdie. And then we all said it to each other when we were going out, because we all have really dumb stories that happen when we go out. So we were like, oh, take care of you, birdie. So now we're the buddies. But yeah, thingy, when we were out together, like people just love us. Like I think we just have an energy of like, we're gonna enjoy the music and have a really good time, and we fucking love life. So then everyone wants to be like, wow, you guys are really cool. I love your energy. Wow, your hair's so nice. Like and raves are sick for that. Everyone is so fucking happy all the time.
I can't do raves. Sorry.
Have you ever been to a rave?
Yeah.
What kind of raves?
Drum and bass raves. Bare bashment ones.
Bashment ones are different though.
Yeah, but they're lit though. Hip hop, R&B. I've been about, bro. I'm a DJ. Of course, I've been to raves. I do raves. I am a rave.
All right, fine.
What?
Raving. Okay. Who in your life deserves the biggest thank you? You can let them know.
My mum.
Can't say it to her.
Thank you, mum.
What? Why?
Honestly, no. My mum's probably like the biggest blessing in my life. Like when I see her, like I look at her as like that's my. So I'm Hindu in it, and in Hindu we believe in Mata. So she's and Mata means like a mum in a way as well.
Mm-hmm.
So she, to me, like that's my God. Like she's the one that gives me my blessings and stuff like that.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's
and
cute.
like she's always there for me.
Your mum's lovely.
Yeah, I know.
She's really nice.
She gets it from me.
You get it from her. Well. Yeah. Okay. Who deserves the biggest thank you? Even though she won't understand. My grandma. I love my grandma.
I shout out grandmas.
Grandma Rash Palmer. She's the best.
If I can say more than one person, I'll definitely put my grandma up there as well.
Yeah, I swear I still spend a lot of time with my grandma now. I pretty much look after her, but she's the funniest, most chillest, most crazy lady I've ever met in my life. She's so funny. She just does the most random shit. And like every 2 seconds she's calling me, Cameron. Like I could be on a team meeting and she can hear them on the team meeting. She knows people are talking and she's still screaming for me. And I'm like, what do you want?
They got no filter, man. They don't care.
No, but like the maddest thing is, I'm like, what do you want? And there's like a tissue right in front of her. She's like, give it to me. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? But she's the best. She's taught me a lot about like duty, my duty as a woman. She's humbled the fuck out of me just purely for what life position she's in right now and the care I get to give her as the person, you know, who's able-bodied and whatnot. She's great. She's the most amazing person. And if she could understand English and if I could speak fluent Punjabi, I would say thank you. Thank you, Bibi. You're the best.
That's one thing I really wish I did when growing up, was learn Punjabi.
Do you not know Punjabi?
I can have a broken conversation with you, but not like a full-on conversation. So like I got a goal of mine. I'm going to India soon. Yeah. And when I go there, I'm gonna speak only Punjabi to people. Do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to vlog it as long as send snaps to these men. Like I call TK. Oh no, I'm joking. I'm better than that. Like I can speak. Like I speak to my grandma in Punjabi. Like I can speak to her and stuff like that. But I do want to learn more. Yeah, when I went to Punjab last year in June, a most amazing time. But I was so frustrated most of the time because I couldn't speak to people, and I really wanted to speak to them. So when I came back home, I was like, I'm gonna learn. So I found I went on this website called Preply, where you can find a tutor that can teach you a language. And there was someone called Simran who taught me from Canada. She was really good. So try Preply. I'll try. I'll see. I'll see how it goes. Unless you're just gonna. Man, fucking hell. He's lost, man. Get your friends to teach you. Nah, man will probably teach me some mad shit. Headshot it. Go on. What's the next question? Okay, next question. What is the reason why you fell in love with your first love? Bro, I don't even remember. I remember her. No, I remember her. I don't know. Probably her personality. She was different to like. I never dated anyone in my school. Yeah. Like anyone else in school, I was just like in other schools and that. But I don't know. She was like, you know, like a proper good girl. Like she was a good girl. That's why. I didn't
what do you mean by good girl?
Like she just went to school, went yard, did her homework, whatnot, like all that basic shit. This is
Guys
time,
really love these kind of girls that are like these like quote unquote good girls. I don't have anything against them, but when you look at the kind of guys that go for these good girls, not that you're on crud, but quite a few of them are.
Why? What's wrong with a good girl?
There's nothing wrong with a good girl. Absolutely nothing wrong with a good girl. But when you got a guy who literally is on nothing that girl is on, is probably a complete polar opposite of that girl. I find that really interesting. That pairing's quite common.
I was the complete opposite because I was like I said, like growing up in school, I was a trouble kid.
Yeah.
I was always getting into trouble and stuff like that. But I don't know. She kind of liked it. She kind of liked it.
I love that. I remember the first person I fell in love with, and if I'm being honest, I don't actually remember what about them specifically made me fall in love with them. Maybe it was at the time. Lol. At the time, I had like really low self-esteem, and I think them showing interest in me was like something really interesting and new. And I kind of like what I understood about relationships at the time was more like you had to kind of just assimilate and mold, because I feel like you model what you know about relationships based on the relationships you see and the relationships you have with like your parents, for example.
That's what I was saying. Like, it's all based on what you've experienced.
Yeah. So like my relationship with my parents, for example, was very you just kind of got to put up with shit. So when I met my first love, I was very like, oh, I'm just gonna have to put up with this shit. But I was
because you're used to it.
Yeah, I was used to it. So I think like part of me fell in love with him because it was something that I could call mine and something interesting and something that I did want, but not the person. The person was just not it.
Happens.
It does. Young love. You know, I can blame myself for being like 15. So, you know. What question are you trying to answer most in your life right now?
Will my TP hit?
You what?
No, I'm joking.
Your take point.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, my take profit.
Your take profit. There you go.
What question am I trying to answer?
What are you pondering on?
What question am I trying to answer is like, who am I? Who is KaranDJ?
Are you just KaranDJ?
No, that's the thing. Like, I'm known as KaranDJ to everyone.
Right.
Like, whenever I go out or whatnot, I see people, I'm known as KaranDJ.
Yeah.
So it's just stuck with me from now. Like, but it's more like, but obviously people that know me on a more personal level, they know me as my full name, Karan, and my surname. Yeah.
How do you know yourself as?
I'm me. I'm KaranDJ.
So you are Karen. So you are KaranDJ.
Yeah, of course. That's me. That's what I've built.
Yeah.
I've built that name up from when I first decided to take that route of being a DJ and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it's become my personality and it's become me.
Do you base a lot of your personality around like your profession, what you do?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. It gives people like, it makes people understand like what kind of person I am as well. I'm a very business minded person, and I always say business comes before any personal shit, any pleasures or whatnot. So that's why I just stick to that.
Interesting. It'd be interesting to see what you learn about who KaranDJ is. I'm
still learning. Like I'm still experiencing things. Like I'm still doing new things, trying new things. Like I said, I'm still evolving. I'm transforming right now.
Look at that loop back to question 1. I love it.
Yeah, come on.
What questions are you trying to answer most in your life right now? I guess I'm wondering why. Actually, the biggest question is more like, why are certain things not so obvious to people? You know, like how like how like the world works.
Yeah. Do you know, sometimes I see shit out just like even at work as well. I was just like, bro, how fucking dumb are you? Like, not dumb, like
it's more like how do you not get that? Like, how are you not connecting these dots together? Like, how are you not reading between the like that kind of stuff? It drives me up the fucking wall because I'm here like, to me something can be really like plain as day, and it takes maybe little to minimal effort for me to connect those dots together and actually just remember things that maybe I've learned that link to this or whatever. I just see people like idly moving through life. Like, ignorance really is bliss. Like, they really love that they don't think twice about half the shit they do. And it really like, I'm learning to like not get fucking bugged out by that every time I think about it. You
just gotta ignore it, man. Just let them do their thing a minute.
Yeah.
Leave the NPCs to do their thing.
NPCs. I love that term.
Do you know what NPC stands for?
Non-playable character.
Cool.
Come on, man. I'm with it.
Cool.
I'm with it. All right. What are you feeling a lot of lately?
Blessings.
Yeah.
Blessings, happiness, opportunities.
Feelings.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, something. It just feels like something's building up. It's building up to something.
Mm-hmm.
Like when a roller coaster, like I said, when a roller coaster goes up, it goes up slowly, right? So it's building up to something. I'm not gonna say I don't know what it is, but I got my intuition's telling me I know what it is. I got that feeling. So that feeling that we spoke about in the podcast with Dipesh, that feeling you get with your intuition is there.
Yeah, it's almost like a kind of like
it's like sparking basically.
Yeah.
It's like just saying like it's there in it.
I've been feeling a lot of creativity recently. Like I have this like real need to think about real creative stuff, like ideas for the future and certain things I want to pursue and things I want to do. Like they just stay in my mind constantly. Well, nothing else to think about except for all the shit I want to do in the future. So creativity would be mine. What would your younger self not believe about your life today?
Oof. The fact that I'm sitting here doing this.
In what sense?
Having the confidence to do it. Mainly having the confidence to put myself out there like that. To do something different, do something out of the box. But growing up, I've learned that doing stuff out of the box is the way to go. I don't like being in the lane, the same lane as other people. I like just being in my own lane, cruising, doing my own thing, sending it. Sport plus.
Fucking I guess mine would probably be the same. I don't know. Little me had a lot of ambitions for myself. I think maybe. What would your younger self not believe about your life today? I don't know that I made it this far. That I made it out my first year of uni, probably.
Yeah, that's still a big thing.
It is a big thing.
A lot of people don't even make it through uni. They drop out.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like growing up as a kid, like when I was a teenager, like leaving school and stuff like that, I had my ambition at the time was to do an apprenticeship with British Airways, like to go down that route.
Everyone kind of.
You know what everyone like?
It's a reliable route.
This is what I mean. Like when I say I want to be in my own lane, doing my own thing. At the time, I was in the lane with other people. I was stuck on the M25. You know what I'm saying? I was stuck in the middle lane with other people.
Yeah.
That didn't work out. So then I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go work. Start working at Tesco's. I was like, shit. I was like, cool. This is what I'm gonna do. Then the opportunity of being a DJ came available through my brother. Shout out to him. Like he's the one that put me on the DJing scene that I got. So yeah, that changed my life.
Oh, actually, I just thought of it now that you mentioned DJing. I think little me probably wouldn't have guessed that I would have actually ran Paragon, ran the show. Because like little me always thought, I'm gonna be like the best wedding event planner like ever in the world, and I'm gonna be so famous and and I'm gonna take Paragon to like whatever heights. And then getting in it, you kind of realize, oh wow, there's so many worldly limitations that actually not gonna get you where you want.
Reality hits you in the face.
The dream changed, the ambition changed, but I think little me would be gassed that I even did that. Like I even got into that space of taking that level of authority and having that kind of look into what a business is like and what it's like to run it and what it's like to operate and whatever. And
there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, like the connections you make, and I think I've realized now my network kind of is starting to loop back. Like where I didn't have like maybe for 2 years, 3 years, I didn't have any use for my network. I was kind of just like, I know you and you're great people and you guys like me, cool, but I had no use for it. Like now I'm like, okay, I got some things in my brain we can like collaborate on, we can work on here, whatever. So yeah.
How many of those 28 questions have you gone through?
12.
12. Go up to 15. We'll save the rest of them. We'll have 15 more for the next one.
Okay. What is the best thing you've done for your mental health recently?
A lot of meditation.
You meditate?
Yeah. Oh. I did start doing it when I was training for my fight.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I stopped. And then I've got myself back into a routine now where I was doing the same things what I was doing when I was fit and in a good shape back then. So if you want to go back to if I've done it before, I can do it again. I've not fallen off that bad, like where I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I can still box, I can still fight, I can still do what I need to do at the gym.
Yeah.
But meditation has helped a lot because a lot of things, I got a lot of things going on in my life, like this. I got my normal job, my family, the trading side of things. Like there's a lot of stuff on my plate, and it's hard to juggle it all at the same time, and it's hard to be there for everyone at the same time. But the meditation has helped because I got so much shit jumbled up in my mind, going through my mind. I need to do this, I need to do that, this needs to be done, I need to chat to this person, I need to do that, I need to go here, I need to go there. When I meditate, literally all of these things just separate, like in my head. Like when I'm meditating, this shit just separates in my head. I can just focus on one thing. And then what I do every single morning, I'll pick which one of those I want to focus on, and then that's what I do.
What kind of meditation do you do? Is it just like you wait till you get silent, or is it guided meditation?
Just wait till I get silent.
Yeah, I think that's.
I wait till I get silent. I play like a part in the background.
Yeah.
For those who know, it's on Spotify. Hanuman Chalisa, I'll run that up. I play that every morning. So while I'm getting ready, when I brush my teeth, I play that. But as soon as I wake up, I'll sit up straight away, and I'll take 8 deep breaths in. So I'll breathe in, I'll take a deep breath in, but then I breathe out for 8 seconds. So that's what I learned while I was boxing, to lower my heart rate down a lot, and to get myself back to like a fit state to fight again. So in between rounds, that's what I do. That's how I breathe. That's my breathing technique. Because in the 8 times, that add up to a minute. You only got a minute rest in between rounds. So if I do it 8 times, I'll be good. I'll be good to go. So once I've done my eight breaths, that's it. I'll be in that state. I'll be in that state, because if you put your like head in a certain way, you're basically channeling up all through your spine, all through your chakras basically. And then once you challenge it, you'll get into a certain state. Like your hands will feel numb. Like your hands will almost feel numb, and like I'll just be gone. It's sick though.
You should try incorporating healing frequencies into that, because I recently, when I go to bed, I have like a playlist of like self-loving healing frequencies, bare stuff, and it's like an 11-hour loop, and I just put it on at night and go to bed, and then I wake up feeling like so refreshed, because all these healing frequencies are just going through your mind subconsciously all throughout the night. Your body's like receiving the messages. It's like calming you down. I wake up with like a completely refreshed sense of self, like new state of mind, like new human almost, because like it's doing all that regenerative healing work at night while I'm asleep. So it was a good thing to incorporate into my routine. Maybe you should try that in the morning.
I'll try it,
because it's the same thing, really. It gets you in a state. It's like the same kind of resonance. I guess this is a funny one. When's the last time you ghosted someone, and why?
I've actually got a funny story about this. I've actually
Tell everybody.
So basically, I never used to wear Crocs, innit? I used to hate them. I used to despise them, And my cousin bought me Crocs for Christmas, and ever since then I've been wearing them every day. Like I'll wear them, like they're my house. I even go out with them. Like the people at Nando's know when I come in now, innit? shout out, was it Rice Slip one? So we go to the South Rice Slip Nando's, and I wear the same Crocs in it because they got gibbets in it, and my gibbets are like Dragon Ball Z ones. I got loads of them on there. Yeah. And I was speaking to this girl in it. And I was driving back from Birmingham at the time, and then she called me. She was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "That's it. I'm just on my way from Birmingham." And I'm dressed in my joggers. I'm just raggo. I got my Crocs on as well. She's like, "Do you want to come see me?" I was like, "Cool, I'll come see you." The whole time, like when I was with her, she was just looking at my Crocs, innit? I was like, "Yo," what's up? What's wrong? She's like, "Why you got Crocs on?" I was like, "I'm wearing Crocs." And then I was like, and then she just kept being bare weird after that. She just kept, like, while we were walking around, she was looking at my Crocs, and I was like, you know what? I was like, fuck you, if you don't like my Crocs here, like, then I don't want nothing to do with you then, innit? Like, this is something, like, you gotta get over the fact that I wear Crocs. And then after that, I just didn't chat to her.
I'm dead. You ghosted because she kept staring at... Well, actually, that's funny. Why would she keep staring at your Crocs?
Bro, I can't lie, it was bare awkward. It was actually so awkward, man.
Don't you think our generation has a lot of, like, really weird icks? Have you seen that one where it's like, oh, I got the ick when no one, like, let him merge lanes?
Or the guy that's got the long list.
Yeah, that's the red.
Like, that's some dumb shit, man. Like, I was like... Are you alright? I thought you fell asleep. Yeah, I thought you fell. You fall asleep or something?
Bro, I'm feeling bare hot, sorry. You went to sleep.
You want to go outside?
No, I'm alright.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's go to the next question.
Okay, right. Okay. What's a piece of advice that really stuck with you?
You go first because I need to think of one.
My dad always says this is one good piece of advice that he's given me that's kind of stuck with a lot of people actually, because he says it quite often. But you know, when you're like in a you have a direction that you kind of want to go in, and it may not be where you want to be completely, but you know you're heading in the right space. Always stay in the race. Just keep going. Just keep staying in that race. Doesn't matter what position you are, if you're last or if you're first. If as long as you're on that track, you're in the race. And I think he kind of says it to be like, you know, don't lose faith in like what you're building. Don't lose momentum. Don't count yourself out. Like, don't just, you know, if something bad happens, you just think, oh shit, can't do this anymore. Can't do that anymore. Like, no, keep yourself in the race. Even if the race changes a little bit, or even if the competitors change, stay in the race and just keep pushing, keep moving forward. Don't ever count yourself out.
I've got one quite similar to that. It's like, what's that? There's a saying for it. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah.
So when someone said that to me, and I was like, I didn't understand it at first. This is years ago, but it stuck. It just stuck with me. Like when he says you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, it means like if you don't try, you won't know. So if you don't risk it and put the foot in and actually try and do something, you're never gonna know the outcome of it. So that's why I'm sort of a risk taker in a way when it comes to certain things. And yeah, I trust my intuition and it works.
I love that. Risks, I think, are very vital. Well, if you say you're on a journey of evolution, you need to take risks. Otherwise, you're never going to get out of that comfort zone.
I only take them once I get confirmation from my intuition.
How do you get that?
Just
Hello,
the feeling.
Tony, can you hear me?
It's the feeling. You get the feeling. Because when I want to take a risk to do something, I'll think a lot about it first. I'll weigh out the pros and cons and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how to explain it to you. My intuition just gives me the
Sometimes it just clicks. I think like, you know, when I told you that story about me suddenly realizing how I feel, sometimes I'll say things to myself. So like I'll be like, okay, one day you're going to be living this life and you're going to be doing this, and then I'll just wait and see how my body reacts to it. And if it reacts with like a calm, sunk feeling, or I'm like, okay, cool, actually that feels pretty chill, I'm like, right, okay, cool, I'm on a good path. If I have like fears of anxiety or small little things that pop up, I then will go down that avenue and be like, right, okay, where did that come from? But usually I'll use that to like indicate whether I'm on a good path or not. And obviously I'm a spiritual girly in it, so I'm always looking at synchronicities, using my crystals, like always looking out for the signs. So yeah, calling on the universe, that kind of thing. That helps me, because I think I had a problem with trusting my intuition for a long time, but I'm starting.
It takes a lot to learn. You got almost become friends with it in a weird way.
Yeah, you have to become familiar.
You got two types of ego, two types of intuition. There's an egotistic intuition, and then there's the good vibrational intuition. You got to know what the difference is between the two, and that takes a lot to learn.
Yeah, but I think there's also like negative feedback that you can get that you can disguise as your intuition, or like gut feeling, for example. And that negative feedback can sometimes advise you to do the wrong things because you think that you've got your intuition in check, but actually you're kind of just confirming your
Don't
own
get me wrong,
insecurities.
I've been caught out a few times. Been caught out a few times.
What do you mean?
By my ego intuition.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to differentiate between the two, but I feel like
he came in with the 4 lines disguise.
Yeah. Can I get 12 bottles of each, please?
He came in with that disguise. It got me in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what? I think we've got let's do one more question.
Okay.
And then we'll save the rest for part 2.
Okay. Hold on. Let's find it. Okay. Oh, that's a big one, actually. Okay. What is your favorite part of yourself that isn't physical?
My judgment.
You trust your judgment?
I trust my judgment and my ability to observe a lot. I feel like I'm Batman sometimes.
I'm Batman.
Nah, but like for me, I'm good at reading a room. I'm good at reading people. I'm very observant when I'm out. When I'm about. That's I'll say that's one. That's probably the good traits.
I think mine is my curiosity to learn. I wouldn't change that. I love to learn about people. I love to learn about things. I love to learn about life. And I would never change that. And it's gotten me in shit a lot of times because I find sometimes when I try to practice learning about things, if I ask too many questions, sometimes people take it personally of like, oh, what are you trying to make me feel like I don't know what I'm talking about? But most times it's just me asking questions. And sometimes I'll ask questions to people that they didn't even think to ask themselves. So that kind of rubs people up the wrong way. But that's not going to stop me because it's not my fault. I'm the mirror. You're looking at it. It's not me. So yeah, like I like learning.
That's good, man. But look, we're gonna wrap it up there. It's been a very interesting conversation.
I feel like I've learned a lot about you in this little session here.
I think everyone probably, like I said, I'll say things that people don't know about me.
Yeah, we'll line up the next 15 questions. I wonder what they'll be.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be mad, you know.
That's gonna be fun. I can't wait.
All right, cool. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. I've been Kim. I've been KaranDJ.
I've been Kim.
We've got Stingray in the back. We've got AJ Faded London in the back.
Well, go on.
Yeah. Take care and peace.